Good morning. Charmaine Watt coming to you live from Regina, Saskatchewan. First of all, I'd like to apologize if I start coughing throughout the video. I have been struggling with a cold this past week. I am grateful that the drugs that the doctors have given me is helping me. I'm feeling a whole lot better than I was. Did you know that the meaning of entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business, taking on greater than normal financial risks in order to do so? Good morning, Jason. I'm sure this is one of the reasons that most people decide to take the easy road and get a regular job working for someone else. After all, a regular paycheck, medical and dental benefits, and a pension plan are a bonus. However, if you are a true entrepreneur, you will likely never be completely happy and will always be thinking of how you can make your dreams become a reality. I recently read an article by Jessica Bruder. The article talks about the struggles an entrepreneur faces, how they can sometimes be on the brink of financial ruin and mental collapse. For an entrepreneur, it is not uncommon to accumulate debt to start a business. They quite often have cashed in all their life savings, maxed out their line of credit, and borrowed money from family. They have sleepless nights because their minds are racing about what needs to be done, the amount of money owed, and wondering when they were going to start making money. Many entrepreneurs harbor secret demons and near debilitating despair. Times when it seems everything may fall apart. About 25 years ago, I had a mentor who told me, "Fake it until you make it." I've now learned that this is what social psychiatrists call impression management. Who knew there was a name for that? Family and friends may think the entrepreneur is brave. In the meantime, all the entrepreneur can think about is, how did I get myself into this mess, and how am I going to survive? How many of you have been in a place like this? I personally know a few. They are farmers and small business owners for starters. Having grown up on a farm, I recognize the struggles that farmers face every day. Will we have enough rain for the crops to grow? Should we get hail insurance? How can we afford fertilizer? It's awfully expensive. Maybe we shouldn't be using that type, but this other brand that might be cheaper. Should we be more organic? Which crops should we seed this year that will bring the largest profit at year end? These are just a few of the many challenges that people face on a daily basis. And that doesn't even take into consideration if they have livestock. If you have livestock, well, you're on call 24 hours a day because livestock need to be managed. And you can never get away for a vacation unless you find someone to handle those animals for you. How can a person survive and thrive while being an entrepreneur? Well, that's easy. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Join groups so you can brainstorm with them. It's amazing what others will think of when you're just sitting around, and also yourself when you come to meet these people, and all of a sudden all these energies just flowing and all these ideas start just coming up. Make sure you take care of your health, and you need to do that by making sure you get proper exercise and diet. Make sure you get out of the house at least once or twice a week. Meet with people that are like-minded. Getting out of the house means that you're not sitting in an enclosed area. You're also networking. Networking is huge in the entrepreneur business. And above all, make sure you get rid of those negative people in your life. Unfortunately, we all have at least one in our life, whether it be a family or a friend or a neighbor, and they can drag you down so quick you're just shocked by that. As an entrepreneur, you have to learn how to be resilient. You will become tempered by tough times, and being self-employed is a wild ride. It has its ups and it has its downs. So make sure that you always make time for your loved ones, because relationships help to fight off depression and build your self-esteem. Remember that self-worth is not the same as net worth. How do you become an entrepreneur? Well, some do it by accident, some because they have a goal. One of the most important things, in my opinion, is becoming an entrepreneur is flexibility. You cannot control everything, and you need to adapt in order to survive. Did you know that there are 50 habits that prove you were born to be an entrepreneur? I didn't until this morning when I was doing some research, and I was trying to come up with something to do for my Facebook Live. Although I didn't hit all 50 of those points, I was surprised at how many did hit home for me. I'm always coming up with ideas. Good or bad, the ideas are always flowing in my head. And that's why I like to help people meet their goals, is because I'm really good at brainstorming. I'm always thinking of ways to improve myself or what I'm doing in an easier way. One of the things I've done over time is streamline processes I've been doing through when I was working and even at home. Another one is creating a self-cleaning file management system, which was really awesome, and I use it all the time. I dream of wealth. I don't know who doesn't dream of wealth, because if you don't dream of wealth, you never know what you're going to aim for. I don't give up easily. I struggle sometimes to get where I'm going, but I also persevere. Perseverance has seen a lot of things happen for me. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll get down there and do whatever I need to get it done. I've learned from my mistakes, and yes, I have made many mistakes, but I've learned from them. I set goals for myself, daily, weekly, monthly. I help people whenever I can, because I'm interested in seeing people be successful in their lives. I never look at it as trying to be better than someone else or them being better than me. I'm never worried about losing my job. And there's something out there for everyone. I find a challenge in everything I do. This is another way I try to better myself. When my oldest son was in university, I'd made this comment to him years before, and he had said, well, why are you always trying to be better than someone else? And I said, I'm not. I'm trying to just be better than myself from the day before. And it wasn't until he got into university that he actually understood what I was saying. So that was a really nice compliment. I do tend to be competitive, which was something I learned. I knew I was competitive when I was in school. In school, when I was in track and field, but that was what you're supposed to be. But I've also learned that I'm competitive in life, and that's how I get to where I'm always going. I get involved, and I care about people in general. I see the potential in people. A good example is recently a friend was struggling in their life. They have a hobby that others see as being a very good hobby, and that they could make money on it. But they never saw it as being something they could make money on. So I sat down with them one day and I said, hey, I know that you're having some financial trouble. I said, have you thought about selling some of your hobby items? And they said, well, I have, but who's going to buy it? And I said, well, lots of people, because what you're doing is pretty awesome. So I met with this person again this week, and they have now started selling some of their products. What's really interesting is they said, well, I've only sold so many. I said, well, at least it's a start. That's more than what most people do. And I said, you are just starting. You wait, it will come. So that's the other part of it. I do not dwell on the past. The past serves no purpose other than to learn lessons from it. If you continue to live in that area, you can't progress. One moment, please. And I've made sacrifices to get what I want in life. I have sacrificed having new carpet so I could put money away for RRSPs. I have sacrificed having a nice kitchen so I could invest in an apartment block and things like that. I've also never quit dreaming about what I want in the future. So, who are you, and what would you like to get out of life? Reach for it. If you would like to learn more or have questions any questions, please contact me at charmaine.watt@sasktel.net. That is SHARMANE WATT@SASKTEL.net. And I see my daughter Jada just showed up on here. So good morning, honey, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Remember, live your life by design and not by default. Take care and have a great day.